In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So, God existed before the beginning. So the truth of the statement in the beginning is suspect. One sentence in and our doubt is aroused. Unless, of course, the statement was not intended to be taken literally, but rather metaphorically. But in that case, the Word of God can be interpreted as poetry and myth. And if we are to accept in the beginning so easily, why not the devil as a name for man's animal nature and hell as a word describing a state of mind? Don't get me wrong, I love the Bible. It's a great read. It's got everything: sex, violence, red dragons with 7 heads. If you read it closely enough, you can find a justification for anything. That's pretty impressive. One hell of a book. But it's just that, really. One book, at least in the library of the philosopher. The theologian reads it for the answers, the philosopher for the questions. I know we have some Jews and Mohammedans auditing the class this semester. Shalom, salam. And I just wanted to make it very clear that despite this being a Catholic university, we will not be restricting ourselves to studying the philosophy of the church. There are, after all, more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in its theology. True philosophy is like the insolent child who, regardless of the explanation given by God the Father, will always respond with why. You must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die. Why? Isn't knowledge of good and evil another way of saying wisdom? Is wisdom forbidden? Does that sound right to you? Aristotle, on the other hand, said all men possess by nature a craving for knowledge. And Aristotle, of course, wasn't much of a churchgoer. For those of you pursuing a double major, and for those of you who remain undecided in your major, keep in mind that a theology degree only serves you when you're talking to God. A philosophy degree is valuable every time you talk to yourself. Of course, in my opinion, what's the difference? But that's my philosophy. What's yours? Choose carefully. Read, discuss, question, explore, test, doubt, defy convention. Don't settle for because I said so, or because that's the way it's always been. Nobody has all the answers yet. Above all, think for yourself. Granted, about those things which we cannot think, we must believe. But about those things which we cannot believe, we must think.